After reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So according to the plea bargain agreement, as previously stated, your punishment is to be assessed at a cap of 12 months in the state jail facility. All right. State, do you have any evidence to present with regards to sentencing or any argument? All right. Defense, do you have any evidence?
No evidence, arguments.
Yes.
And, Your Honor, Monica Guidetto and I were here, as you know, till Tuesday after 5:00 p.m. Monica here had gone over this with Mr. Alvoy. This is an agreement that normally we would, when the state has a cap, we request a PSI. Monica and myself explained this to Mr. Todd, that we originally wanted to have the PSI. Mr. Todd was just to go forward right away, not wait for any evaluation in a PSI interview. He's letting you decide. And I had explained to him the range of punishment on the state jail now that the habitual is waived. No less than 180 days, maximum 2-year state jail facility. The punishment to cap 12 months. He's fully aware that it's between essentially 6 months to 12 months in your hands. Knowing this, we want to go forward today with the sentencing. There are some things that we would like to address for mitigation for lower end of the spectrum. This is a body camera video where he's at a hotel. He didn't destroy damage property. He didn't break a window. There's no criminal mischief. There's no victim in the sense of there's no assaults. There's no harassment of public servants. In the video, he was backing away slowly from an officer. He does turn his body. He does move away from the officer, but he then jumps into a large puddle of water and he's splashing water on himself. At no point have we ever had any type of concern for competency. He understands his charge. He understands the nature, the court process, our role. He speaks very well, but he had some type of episode, whether that was mental health or substances, but he pulls his pants down and he is washing himself in his nether regions, splashing water on himself and splashing some water towards the officers. He does, the stipulations are correct. We say they're true and correct. He did run. He takes, it's hard to say running when the pants are still on his feet. He couldn't take a wide leap. He was tackled in the water, in the mud. It wasn't as if this is not a case where there's a high-speed chase. He gets out the vehicle and runs on foot. This is not that type of situation. He's remorseful that this happened. Watching the videos helped him realize his actions. He is asking for essentially all his back time credit to bring him to time served or close to time served. He's been in here roughly 6 months and he's asking for 9 months state jail facility, which would not be exactly time served. But I explained to him that he would be held here 30 to 45 days before he goes to any facility. He would be here a little bit longer, but he's asking for as close to time served as possible, Your Honor.
All right. So, Mr. Todd, I don't know what was going on that night. I don't know if you were having a drug-induced mental health issue or if you were just having mental health issues. Would you like to address that for the court?
You're able to speak to the judge.
Yeah.
All right. You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right. You can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Todd.
All right. What would you like to say, Mr. Todd?
At the time, I was going through some stuff. I was previously on, and I was going through some stuff at the time.
Previously on what?
On drugs, not at that time, but like 2 weeks before. And I'm looking for a place because I'm dealing with a lot of stuff. I was looking for a place to stay. And I gotta have no place. I lost my place. I lost everything. But then an 8-month period when my dad died. And ever since then, I started getting all this stuff. I just been dealing with a lot. So I'm not looking for any symptoms or anything, but I mean, like, it's like, I went through all this stuff. I finally started getting clean. I said, I'm gonna get clean. And that's the 2 weeks I've been off. And then, because I was clean for 2 weeks at the time. And I was looking for me a place to stay, to get some rest, to get some sleep, because I was up for like 3 days because I had an ID. I couldn't get my ID. And I tried to get somewhere to sleep it up.
So what is this? You're washing yourself in the mud and everything.
I was going through an episode. I mean, I can't explain this. So embarrassing. I never went through that.
No, I don't want to embarrass you. So when you say you lost your place, was your place with your father?
Oh no, it was my own place. And
so how did you end up?
Father, I lost my nephew, my son.
How did you end up losing your place?
Like a 2 weeks period, and then everything just started coming downhill. I lost my family. They left. And
all right. When you say they left, what do you mean?
Told me they didn't want me to be around them no more. None of them.
All right. So here's the thing. Sometimes when family members tell you that, that may mean that they're not going to enable you anymore if you're using drugs.
I haven't spoken to 8 years.
I
haven't spoken to them in 8 years.
Yeah. So
I haven't seen them or anything.
So what that means is, they're probably maybe tired. And for them to want to have contact with you again, you will have to prove to them that you're clean and sober. And I'm sure if you look internally with yourself, they have probably done this game with you or this process with you where you get clean and sober and everybody sees you. They have a big celebration. Maybe they have a barbecue. You come, everybody's like, this is so great. And it goes well for you. You're going out looking for employment. And then either you don't get employment and then you go back to using, or either you get employment and then the next thing you know, coworkers at work invite you out. You all have beers and then you're downhill. And then it comes around again. And they're probably tired of the cycle. And they just said, we can't trust you anymore and we're not going to build up our hopes. So you have to present with them being clean and sober for a length of time. Because otherwise they get their heart broken and they're just tired. You understand? All right. The court is going to note for the record, this wasn't in a vehicle. This is him running with his pants down and not getting very far, then falling into the mud, then the officers having to arrest him in the mud. And nobody likes doing that, getting all muddy and dirty. You understand? And it's more than that. When officers tell you to stop, you just need to stop. And guess what? If you would have stopped and answered their questions or not took off running, we wouldn't be here. Who knows? Maybe you would have had a possession less than a gram case. I do not know. But when you run, that then puts you with more and more charges. You understand? All right, this is what the court is going to do. Court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 9 months in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. I'll recommend the therapeutic community. You should really take advantage of that. And when you're released from custody, you need to go to inpatient treatment. There's lifetime recovery. There are other places. They are free. They will help you after you've completed inpatient treatment. They will let you go to transition housing at a sober living facility. That is what you need, and you need it 100%. Do you understand? And do not, when you're released from prison, get involved with other people, because you need to 100% work on yourself and find out who are you when you're clean and sober, and what dreams did you previously have that you have let your inability to remain clean and sober interfere with. Do you understand? All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. We can go off the record. Good luck to you. If you're released, well, you will be released. When you're released from the state jail facility, if you can't find a place for inpatient treatment, you can come back here. I will pick up the phone, call people so you can get into inpatient treatment. The last time you use may be the last time you use. And then guess what? Your family will get to meet you again because they're going to call them to have them come down and identify your body. You understand? All right. Good luck to you. Okay.
Judge, you said credit for time served.
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Who's here?